Volleyball teams are made up of many players, many personalities and different mentalities. Also, each player is unique. Some can serve well, some are excellent receivers and some will be great blockers. But all players are important to the team. Each player needs to be treated individually when the coach talks to him face to face. People with high self-confidence must be pushed to their limits. People with a low self-esteem must feel support. Role of coach is to know each player, his personality and his self-confidence and then apply the right way how to push him. The coach should have a good relationship with each player. If a coach talks to a player alone, he can talk to him about his weaknesses, skills, where the player should improve, arrange with him for an individual perception practice or setting practice for a setter. For example, when the player and coach are alone, they can say more personal things. On the other hand, if the coach is talking to the whole team, the situation is different. A coach can say to one player, "You are a star, you can do everything and you don't have to practice as much as others." He can tell his second setter that he can set behind his head and he's fat. If a coach acts that way, he can expect that the team will not follow him. He can expect that the relationship between the players to be less than ideal. The players won't pull together. Yes, they'll know they have a star on their team, but if their star doesn't play a great game after the game, they talk about him being privileged, that he doesn't have to practice as much, but they lost as a team and it's the star's fault. Because after a loss, they often search for a culprit. Well, who else to blame but the star that the coach likes but the rest of the team doesn't like because of the coach's different approach. Also, a coach should not criticize or humiliate his players in public in front of the other players. He should not publicly criticize them for their imperfections. Surely he can point out to them that they should do something better. He should notify them when they are training at 50% or when they don't take a simple ball in the defense. But he shouldn't tell them, "You are bad, you can pass a floating serve." I experienced something similar myself in Russia. The coach lined us up after every practice and started. "You are old, you are weak, you don't want to practice, you can defend simple ball in the court," and continued with every player. He found a flaw or an imperfection in every player. You can imagine what the mood of the team was then and our attitude toward the coach. The way of criticizing and sometimes humiliating is used by some coaches, especially when the team is not doing well or losing. This is a path that leads nowhere. The coach can talk to the players about their shortcomings individually, but in front of the team, in front of the other players, this is not a good psychological strategy. Sure, if the team isn't training or playing like they should, the coach has every right to talk to the team and point out their performance and his expectations. But he should still have the same approach to all players. When I played in the World Championship, we came up against Brazil, led by Bernardo Rezende. He had stars in his team and players who spent more time on the bench. However, in training or in front of the team, he treated everyone the same. All players were equally important to him. He knew that in order to succeed and win the World Championships or the Olympics, he needed to have the best team, not just the best players. He needed a team that would pull together and every player would do their best for the team performance. Sure, the biggest star will make 30 points per game, but that player alone cannot win. And if we are talking about playing at the highest level, one player doesn't win, only the team always wins, because the other team will have also great players on the court. Why do we need to treat all players the same? Firstly, it creates team spirit. All players feel they are important to the team. They feel that the coach treats them the same. The players then have a better relationship with each other than if some players are favored. Secondly, it shows each players that we appreciate their work, that we respect them. It also creates a motivating environment for each player and gives them a chance to fight for the play in the starting lineup. That's exactly what we need, a motivated every player. Every player in the team will then do everything to improve, to play their best. And if we can put these motivated players and their improving individual skills together into a team performance, we have a great chance of success. If you want to win a game or a league, you need to have the best team possible. You need to play your best volleyball. Sometimes you will win easily 3-0 in an hour, but often you will find that one or two balls will decide the victory. One or two good actions. I have experienced it myself. We played a close match in the Belgian League final. We were up 2-1 and 24-23. We had a serve. Our coach substituted a player on the block. After our serve we managed to dig a hard attack in the defense, and this player, who had not yet entered the match and only came on the block, had to make a difficult set. He made it accurately and we scored the decisive point and won the match. We were all happy and thanked the player who only came in for one block for making a great set, and thanks to this we won. This is an example from my own experience. A similar case can happen to you. So again, remember that every player is equally important. Every player can help the team. Sometimes it will be 20 points on attack, or also one good serve, an excellent block or excellent defense. Every single one of these individual touches of the ball can decide a set or a match. Every single one of these touches of the ball can mean a win for you. And it doesn't matter if it was a starting player or a substitute player who is only on the court for a minute. I hope this advice will help you to become a better player or a coach. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.